biometric digital ID normalization. I'm also wondering about the potential for increased war or controlled collapse. Like it
Yeah.
still seems like the war drums are just drumming away and everybody's got their, their idea of how we can get it done. And I wonder if that is possibly to go ahead and institute a regional currency because they're not going to be able to do this full global one world
Yeah.
currency until the region pieces take over first. So I wonder if that is something that we're going to have to pay attention to. And then the other one is actually for me, this is the setup of literal Babylon. I've actually recently changed positions on this issue because I used to think that Babylon might not be so literal. All the articles and the things that are happening over there to make that place a
Yeah.
hub, it's completely altered my view. So I think that there might be tentacles, kind of like how we have the
Mhm.
United Nations and they have tentacles in New York and they are here and they're there. But I think the hub is going to be there. So that's interesting for me. Those are like the three things. What are if you had three things, what are the three things that you're watching for?
Well, definitely
And what do you
war.
think of mine?
Yeah, yeah, definitely war. Well, there's a couple of aspects to that. In terms of bringing in the digital ID and the infrastructure, it's happening regardless, right? Because we've seen the democratic system be completely ignored. We had a debate over here. It was very hard to find online. They kind of pushed it to the side where the politicians were debating the digital IDs. I think 99% of politicians were against it. And at the end of it, a Labour politician stood up for 13 minutes straight and said, it's happening. So democracy to me is not having
It's
the
overridden.
hold. Yeah. So, but I do think the way to get it across the line is through a conflict. Now, you would have seen recently Mark Rutte, the head of the chief general of NATO, turn around and say that the populace needs to prepare, Europe needs to prepare for a war on the
Right.
scale of our grandparents and our great grandparents. That's World War II, World War One. You had Emmanuel Macron stand up. I don't know if you saw this, and you had the soldiers behind him, and one soldier just walked off when he said that you have to be ready to lose your children for the sake of war. We've had Keir Starmer come out at the same time and say we need to get ready on a war footing. They are pushing for this idea that Russia would invade the UK. It makes no sense whatsoever, right?